Hi, this is Steve Dines. We recently connected on social media, probably LinkedIn, possibly Facebook. And I'll just make a quick little video to say hi. Thanks very much for connecting. And four questions, I think. Where are we now? How did we get here? Where are we going? And how will we get there? And then possibly, is what we're doing going to take us where we want to go? And where are we now? And I often talk about being caught up in the efficiency paradigm. Think of a production line, just wants to keep working the same, repeating the same things over and over. The last thing the production line wants to do is have to change, because having to change means you've got to stop and move things around. The production line doesn't want to do that. It wants to keep making things as quickly as possible. And that's that efficiency paradigm, doing more and more with less and less, is putting a lot of stress on people. Work-related stress, leads to sleep deprivation, leads to depression. Well-being is severely affected, and I worked when I first worked as a manager. After 2 years, I was severely depressed to the point where I got let go. Really, you know, and that was a very traumatic time, and it helped me understand the reality of the way in which the current system, the mechanistic production line type thinking, which exists in many, it's in health, education, social services, it's in the non-profit sector, it's certainly in a lot of businesses, and the human cost is it's just too high, frankly. And the reason how we got to this was from the work of F.W. Taylor. In 1911, he published a book, The Principles of Scientific Management, and he proposed that every job he proposed there was one best way to perform a task or solve a problem. And the way that work should be carried out, every job should be broken down into its smallest possible tasks. People recruited and trained and rewarded to perform those tasks as efficiently as possible. All thinking, planning, decision making should be done solely by suitably educated and trained professionals. So if you like, that was a clear distinction between management profession and workers, bosses and workers, the us and them. That's where it comes from, and that system was very, very successful in manufacturing industry through till about the 1950s, the 1960s. So where are we now? People are suffering a lot of stress from this mechanistic system that was introduced now just over 100 years ago. And it probably started to go out of date when our environment started to change through the 60s and into the 70s. We no longer had a stable, predictable environment. It's increasingly become more and more unstable and unpredictable. So what we need now is a paradigm shift from that pyramid hierarchy of organizing ourselves. Our relationships need to transform from that pyramid hierarchy into what I call more of an agile cooperative. And if I can use that word, agile, meaning the ability to flex and change and adapt, to respond, adapt, and innovate, and those are the things that old system absolutely. I talk about the system stifling communication, teamwork, problem solving, and killing creativity and innovation. So we need a new paradigm, a new way of relating to each other, a new ways of working, so that we can build responsive, adaptive, and innovative organizations. That's where I'm coming from, is that transformation in the workplace particularly. And I'm thinking particularly of helping managers who I can identify with the kind of pains and sufferings they're going through, feeling trapped, feeling stuck, not knowing which way to turn. And then the millions and millions of frontline workers we have who just feel that they have no hope and no future anymore. And so really that's the essence of everything I'm trying to do. And I would be very interested if anything I've said in this video resonates with you. Let's talk. Let's get online and talk about these things. I do believe we are in a time. I think the pandemic has pushed us along, if you like, in this journey. I think the way in which the workplace has been really shaken up by people having to work remotely over the last year, and the way in which working people are starting to look now at the workplace culture, and it's time for a change, and it's due for a paradigm shift. You'll hear me go on about that probably until you're sick of it, but I'm not going to apologize, because I do believe we need a change, we need a paradigm shift, we need a transformation, and that's what I'm here for. And if that resonates with you, I talk about people being happy, confident, and getting things done. That's what I want to see. I want to see managers healthy, productive, good relationships in the workplace. And once we see that happening, that's got with good leadership in management, we can see the lives of millions of people change for the better. So look forward to speaking with you. Bye for now.